Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trials of VinTear and Arcane Focus D&D. I'm your DM, Mike, and joined with me are my amazing players. We have Steve.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
Amber. Nick.
Hi there.
Temple.
Hello.
And Titan.
Howdy.
If you may have noticed, we kind of jumped right into session 1 because we're already into it, and the fact that session 1 went actually kind of quick. Our players all knew everyone. It's great.
Wash the clothes
Yeah, how it worked. So, we're going to go right into it, but before we do so, everyone roll me a d20.
I'm gonna use the same one that gave me a good roll.
Oh,
Mistake.
No.
Mistake.
If he does it again, I made a mistake.
I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 20.
Oh,
I would like to ask- Who rolled a 10 or lower?
10 or lower?
That was confusing.
Amber, what did you get?
9.
Nick?
4.
And Titan.
8.
It's going to go right to you, Nick.
Okay, so now it's
We'll
if you
never
roll.
know the rules.
I'll never know. I'll never tell you if it's going to be high or low.
Nick, you have the voice for this, so I believe in you.
Okay, so I'm supposed to read what you sent me.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember,
Hello.
Gus-
I have to say that session 0 was so much fun that I begged and begged Mike to run session 1 right away. And because Mike owes me a blood debt, here we are. Session 1 will be released in its entirety, so please enjoy the show. I am reading this of my own free will, and I'm not coerced in any way.
Good job, Nick. Yeah.
Yay!
Nick, blink twice if you need help.
A lot of blinks.
I'm kind of confused now.
I think that was more than twice. I don't know what to do.
Use instructions unclear.
The sound of rushing wind battered against wings and the view of a beautiful blue sky can be seen as our mind's eye follow a large eagle mid-flight. We follow it as it flies over the dense forests, rapid rivers, and calm lakes, lush jungles, and an ever-expansive desert that covers the southern half of this continent. I'd like to welcome you all to VinTear, a land divided by two neighboring powers. The Jeweled Unity, a collection of desert city-states that call the mysterious yet dangerous Glassleech Desert their home, and the Dracewind Kingdom, a monarchy that rules over most of the northern half of VinTear, with their influence reaching from the Handle Woods of the northwest to the eastern coastline of the Brixen View depths. Tension is still present between these two powers as old wounds of the past can still be felt. However, with the passing years, a tentative ceasefire has been made as trade and travel between the two lands is more tolerated, making the cities of Cormac and Everloom a hotspot of trade and collection of culture, while the lifted hills have become a dangerous yet preferred route for those who want to cross the borders without any governmental oversight. VinTear is home to beautiful yet mysterious locales, such as Jorgenkilm, a forest claimed by the Dracewind Kingdom located just over the Shoulder Grip Mountains that has barred citizens to visit due to the dangers that it holds. To the south, next to Chorus, is the Gazing Pool, a body of magical water that is still being studied, holds unstable magic effects, and lastly, to the northeast, just over the mountains of Soren Heights, is the Land of Beast and Voices. A lot is unknown about this area. However, it's been reported that the wildland jungles cause changes to both beast and men alike. By the kingdom's decree, none may enter for the safety of its people. VinTear holds many secrets. Several millennia ago, VinTear was hit by a massive tidal wave, washing away old civilizations and bearing. Can't say the word. Like covering up with
He is
dirt.
broken.
Burying.
Old cities, covering up with dirt. Our view continues to follow this eagle as the smell of salt water fills the air, as the crash of water upon pebbled beaches can be seen. Ships sway from side to side on docks as we begin our story here in the westernmost coastline of the Dracewind Kingdom. Just under the Handle Woods is the fishing and export village of Model Pier. The town has recently seen an industrial boom due to the frequent trade between Mosted and the Nomad Archipelago. The ocean breeze and chill still lingers in your lungs as it's slowly replaced with a new kind of cold. The scent of raw meat fills your nose as lingering jolts of pain tingle across your knuckles and legs. After an early morning run of Model Pier, you've headed back to Low & Sons, the local butcher shop, and your temporary homestead. You are surrounded by full carcasses of cow and boar and more. August Lawson, the owner, was kind enough to provide you with a spare room and some spending money in exchange for invoice delivery, tenderizing some of the meats, and occasionally manning the front of the shop when either him or his son Jeffrey are indisposed. For at least for those who are just joining us for session 1, Phoenix, can you please describe yourself?
Forgot that I didn't explain her age in the first description.
Perfect.
So Phoenix is 25. She is a fire genasi. She kind of has, while her hair is made out of flame, it's kind of got curly waves to it. She has ash gray skin, and she has kind of what look like volcanic veins running through her arms. Very noticeable, very striking, but most of the time she is very quick and kind of only interested in exercising and training and doing what she needs to do to get around.
From above, as you're currently in like the cold basement where all this meat is being kept, you hear the familiar sound of Jeffrey go, "Phoenix, are you down there?"
She's down there, but she has not gauged how to approach people that like tolerate her, so she probably comes up behind Jeffrey a little bit too quietly.
Well, he's actually looking down.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, you're in the basement where all the meat is being kept, and
thought
he's
he was
upstairs. No, he's upstairs, cowling down to you as you're currently punching several of the carcasses, tenderizing them.
I think she would just try to like run up quickly. 'Cause she's
Phoenix, are you? Oh, okay, all right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dad wants you.
Oh, okay.
How long were you down there?
What time is it?
Just like early morning, like 8.
Oh, been like 2 hours.
Okay. You head upstairs, where the counter is, where you know that August is working. You see him currently helping an elderly woman who's going, I think I'll have some of the leg. Great choice. Great choice. Absolutely. Anything else we can get you? No, that's it. Perfect. Well, your total comes out to 2 gold pieces, and I'll let you know once we have more boar in stock. And when we have it ready, at least. She goes, okay, great. Grabs her bag. The bell rings as the door closes. August, with the hands on his shoulder or on his hips, kind of happy that sale went perfectly. Looks to the right. Oh, I didn't know if you were down there or not. I'm not sure if you were still running.
Or to get back by like 4:30? I don't know. Depends how long I run for.
You walk like a cat, little fire one. We never hear you come in.
Quiet most of the time. I'm very much learning how to be this close to other people. Where I come from, I'm not. There's distance.
A rough hand, seeing the numerous work of working with me, slaps your shoulder and goes, "Don't worry, you're doing fine." Did you speak to Wisa, the manager over at the Red Maw yesterday?
Oh yeah. Problem, I think.
What's going on? Did we not provide you enough space, my dear?
What do you mean?
I see Jeffrey behind you goes, Dad's worried you're gonna go work for the inn.
Oh. No. I was just doing her a favor. I think.
Good. Good. Well, a letter just arrived. It has Wisa's name and it's addressed to you, so here.
Take it and I open it and read it.
Immediately, Jeffrey and August are currently over your shoulder.
You're standing so close.
Nothing. Or sorry. Let me step back.
Do you want to read it?
If you want to read it out loud, I'm just curious.
I read whatever it says out loud.
Letter reads, Dear Phoenix, thank you again for helping me out with our mead problem. As promised, I was able to procure you an invite to Francis's party. Come by anytime to pick it up. Oh, a party! Oh, you need something to wear. Jeffrey, finish up there. We'll head out.
Oh no.
If you're going to rub knees with, like, high society And heroes, you're gonna blend in. And immediately Jeffrey goes, Dad, it's rub elbows.
Why would you rub knees?
I got it wrong. It's
I don't
fine.
really want- First one seemed a little weirder than the second one.
Great. Let's clean up. And they start to fixate their own things. But yeah, you're able to head over to the Red Mall whenever you feel like.
She's fairly quick in what she does.
Yeah.
Phoenix gets shit. That's what she does.
You see, you enter in the Red Maw, once again, surrounded by the accoutrement of, the red skull that's often next above the fireplace. All the other little like knickknacks from Francis Turner, the hero, this fisherman hero that slayed the Red Maw, and talking to one of the patrons, but sees you walk in, is Wisa, the day manager. Large hooped earrings, sharpened nose, brown hair, is manning the bar. It's kind of light in terms of patronage, but she is talking to some of the patrons, sort of motions over there, goes, well, there she is! The hot tip that saved my ass from a series of legwork.
I think Phoenix just puts her hood up and slowly saunters over.
So, sadly, I couldn't grab a new invite, so I've decided to give you mine. She gives you an invite. And it reads, function afloat the torn chain. Enjoy a celebration with Francis Turner himself, slayer of the Red Maw and savior of the fishermen.
Tell him I'm supposed to be you, or how does this work?
It's just an invite. I think you just go up, show it to them, they let you on.
Okay. I've never been to a party before. Or invited to one
You've
either.
never been to... What? You'd be the life of the party.
Yeah, I don't get invited to things. I just kind of stay out of the way.
Well, regardless, you're actually doing me a favor. I spend most of my late evenings with Mr. Tenor anyways. And believe me, I'd rather have the night to myself. So this is great. Works out.
Is there something I'm not supposed to do? Because I feel like there's rules at these things. I don't want to rub knees.
What?
That's what August said from Low and Sens. He said I had to rub knees with people, and I don't want to do that. Or elbows.
It's rub elbow. It's a saying. It's
Oh.
like talking to people.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay. Well, I would suggest if you want to talk to anyone, just talk to Tanner. Find out what circle he's a part of. I know he's a part of some sort of order. And that might help out.
See, that sounds like I have to do that, so I think I'll be fine.
I think you'll be fine.
I think.
Do you, we have some interesting breakfast this morning if you're interested.
Oh, yes.
It is shakshuka. It is tomatoes, spices, eggs, avocado, and bread and cheese mixed bake.
Don't really care what it is as long as I can eat it and it's not gross.
Great. 2 copper, please.
Oh. If she has 2 copper, she'll give it. I think she does.
I think you do. You're provided the food as well as the invite. Just then, a door opens from the second story, and a deep red tiefling starts to walk downstairs. Phoenix, you catch this woman as a paper is griply tight in her hand. Our vision follows this woman out the door and into daylight. But we are right now met with darkness. Guttural screams echo throughout the hall, throughout the alleyway. A cold night where the only illumination is from lantern light, the moon, and stars above. Every muscle in your body straining. Immeasurable stress coats your mind as you begin to sweat and hyperventilate. When will it stop? You yell into the cold night sky. Why is it night? It's been night for hours. How long? Days, weeks? How long will this pain continue? And then you wake up in your bed. In the second story of the Red Maw, as your eyes adjust, your room is destroyed. It's hard to remember what you did before you left that alleyway. But it looks like you either had a horrible night or an amazing one. Diva, could you please describe your character?
Very confused at the moment. About 25-year-old deep blood red tiefling with, right now we'll say, beautiful wild Black hair, violet eyes, kind of a bombshell. Very confused.
You are standing away. There are cuts and like slashes done to furniture and leather straps, and the beautiful lace that was here is fully torn up. You are sitting, or you're laying sort of almost splayed out on your bed. Your mattress fully cut up due to scratches and claws. But yeah, you're kind of getting your bearings right now. And you hear a knock at the door. Diva, darling, are you up?
Define up.
Oh, I'm so sorry to wake you up so early, dear. But I have some news to share. If you don't need to be dolled up, I need you in my office when you can, okay?
Is there whiskey?
I can procure some.
5 minutes.
Thank you, dear. Walks away.
I find something that's not torn to shreds to cover myself.
Roll me an investigation real quick. I'll say with advantage because it's your room.
Gave her advantage because that was poor. That's gonna be a 16.
16. You look around. You're able to find some clothes. Things enough to keep yourself covered. You have like backup clothes and a robe. One thing you don't find that you start to remember that you're currently not, like you're in your inner clothes, you're not in your outer clothes that you had last night. You're missing your coin purse. So you currently have zero gold.
Damn it. And I have no memory of how I got there, anything. I just remember street and I'm here.
You were in pain, you fell, blacked out, and here you are.
Okay. I'll check myself in the mirror. How bad do I look?
It looks like you can use about another 4 hours of sleep.
Good enough. I'll go to Madame Oli's office.
The door opens as you are standing next to 3 other working girls here. There is Bliss, Honey, and Tina. All of them blonde, brunette, and redhead. Standing kind of more put up than you are currently, as you're kind of like disheveled, trying to keep yourself more fixed than the rest. Honey looks to you and goes, Diva, you... Next time you get a screamer, let us know, okay?
Jealous.
I don't know why they decide to make a performance out of things like this. Oh, look at me, I'm getting my rocks off. Who cares?
One of these days, we will have that conversation about our Lord Rakdos. We run in the pleasures. The scream's the best part.
There's blank faces as all 3 of them are just looking at you and go, yeah, sure, let's rain check that.
I mean, I could provide a demonstration if you're still interested.
Will I scream like the one last night?
Oh, probably louder.
Maybe.
What is this about?
Oli kind of waves a hand. Ladies, serious faces right now. Looks around and sighs. Have any of you seen Pepper? See some of the ladies shake their head. Okay. She hasn't returned from her dock trip. Okay, that's fine. We've all been through this. Last minute clientele pays for overnight services. We have a morning rise add-on. Some touch-starved sailors. It happens. But if she doesn't get ready by start time, I'm going to have some friends go look for her. In the meantime, Diva, you're the next on my list. I know that you have a bit of a performance background, so that'll be perfect for what Mr. Ten is looking for. Go get yourself dolled up. New clothes if you have to. Tonight, you're going to be the entertainer.
What kind of entertainment?
He did not specify, so I'm going to allow you to be as creative as you wish.
What's the pay?
Looks like we're having an initial payment and minus, obviously, the house fees. You're looking about 250 gold pieces to make for this night.
It's Mr. Tanner. I can't negotiate that higher, can I?
Unfortunately not, darling. He owns this building. He owns this business.
Fine.
She looks you over and goes, do you need like a day to set yourself up? How are you doing fun-wise?
I seem to have misplaced my bag. I should be fine if I find it, but I don't like not having it.
It's hard to imagine a coin purse being left out in the open and someone not taking it, so reaches into her own bag and slides you over 20 gold pieces. And then provides you with the invite.
Thank you. I just put it in my robe pocket. Is there anything else you need from me today?
That's it, dear. If you happen to
What-
pick up anyone midway, make sure that they're cleanly.
What time do I need to be ready?
You may need to go to the dock area and talk to Tanner's men, see what happened there. Maybe what happened to, Pepper, and we'll get you scheduled in.
All right, I will make my wait. I was promised whiskey.
They haven't brought it up. Go downstairs and you can talk to the bar. They'll give it to you.
Fine. Thank you, Madam Oli. Walk out the door.
You head downstairs. There's a few things obviously on your mind. But I think one is obviously you need to set yourself up, fix yourself up right, and maybe get a better understanding of what happened last night. And there's at least one person who knows you very well who could probably give you some information. And so probably rushing down to Aaron's, I would imagine.
Yes. Shot. Errands.
You grab a shot quickly at the bar, already ready for you. Person was about to run up, but you're able to catch them halfway down the stairs.
Don't have time for you.
You see a fire hair of a Genasi woman standing by the bar talking to Wisa, but you have a goal to go to as you quickly head outside. You head over to Aaron's shop. And just as you're getting into view of the door of his shop, the handle turns, door opens. Aaron looks back and goes, 3 hours, max. Understood? And coming out of the home, being ushered out, is this human male, older in age, walks right past you. He looks over to you and goes, just the woman I wanted to talk to. Come on in! Come on in. Let's have some tea.
I go to the table and I sit.
Perfect. You have a bit of a discussion with Aaron. For briefness, he set up your room and left.
So how did I get in my room?
Could not say, dear. I wasn't there.
So you set up the room and left. I blanked out and somehow I got back into the room and did you say I was partially bound or no?
You were still in an alleyway. He didn't see
No,
you.
how did I wake up? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, you were not bound.
Oh, okay. And I got back in the room and you didn't see me in passing anything?
I waited all night. Waited to midnight and everything, and you didn't show up. I figured if anything, you may have gone out into the wilderness or something.
Did you hear about anything?
I was at the Red Maw almost all night, and then I headed home. You having this?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Feel free.
I'm like, I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm freaking out, and now I have this party I have to get ready for, and yet I don't know what I did last night.
Gives you a cup of tea. Let's talk it out. Let's see if maybe we can jog any of that memory. And you have a calm discussion with Aaron, slowly shifting through whatever flashes of memory you have. We set a scene slightly before the arrival of Diva. Your eyes awaken to your room, unconscious to consciousness. The night turning to day, how the stale air within the basement of Aaron's leather shop is home begins to fill with the smell of breakfast. This constant change, and change is found all around. This is the truth that you've come to learn. And you hear from the kitchen above, Loxton! Up and at 'em! Breakfast is ready.
I think Legati sits up in bed, wearing his clothes like he always does. Puts on his boots, probably the only thing he did take off to go to sleep, and then walks upstairs for breakfast.
Perfect. And a quick description, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Legati is a tall and gaunt human man with a chin beard and wears a flat-brimmed black hat and black clothes that are nice but ratty around the edges.
Aaron currently sitting down. There's already breakfast at your side of the table as you sit down. He kind of looks you up and down. Were you reading late last night again?
I say, most nights.
I can tell. You need to sleep, my man. Your eyes. Listen, no disrespect, but I know a spa that'll treat you like King Outslock himself.
A spa.
Moisturize, some solid massages, and it's a nice visit.
I think Legati shrugs. He's not against the idea. It's just not something he's done before, but new experiences are interesting.
Yeah. All right, but if you want to go, let me know. I have some solid connections. I have some friends.
I think Legati says, I have plans today and this evening, but perhaps later this week.
Sounds good. I'll hold you to it. What time is it?
Legati looks out the window and tries to judge what time it is based on the sun.
I think due to your feet, you always know what time it is.
Yeah.
It is like getting close to 9 a.m. You relay that and he goes, shit. Okay. Eat quick. I need you out.
I think Legati doesn't typically have a huge appetite, so he eats some of it, and then I think, what is the food?
It's eggs, bacon, and what looks to be like really burnt toast, like full black.
Okay, so he eats like half of it, and then he puts the rest, he like folds the rest up in the improv sandwich and like puts it in a pocket. And he stands up ready to leave.
All right, I've got an appointment right now. I need the shot for a few hours. And you walk with him as he opens the door and he goes, I need the shot for like 3 hours, max. Understood?
Yes, no, not a problem.
You walk out and crossing your path is this deep red tiefling, loosely dressed, very provocative, but walks in. Immediately, Aaron welcomes this woman in and they close the door. You see him turn flip the sign to close, and I'm assuming you're just sort of letting wherever change takes you.
Yeah, I'm interested in water today. That's what I woke up. The changes seem to be speaking about water, so I'm just looking for any water that speaks to me around here.
That makes sense because you are walking through the old districts and into the docks area. Cobblestone slowly shifting into wooden planks as you are surrounded by fish stands, bait and tackle shops, and more. The calls from sailors can be seen, and eventually the view of the shoreside antiquities catches your eye. And you remember, you have a package, technically. Not too far off from shoreside is the dock manager's office, which is right next door. You begin to head up the small ramp up to the shop's entrance, and about 40 feet away, sitting on a smooth and round fence, are two sailors, both male. One of them sneezing constantly, hawking up a lug, while the other one is sort of giving like a gross look at the person. They're waiting for the door to the dockmaster to open, but you are able to enter in the shoreside. Door opens. Izzy goes, welcome to Shoreside. If you like them old, we won't kink shame you.
I give a chuckle to that.
Looks back. Oh, shit, Gotti. You know, you'll lose all respect for me if you ask for my sister again. You know what's going to happen.
I do not need to ask because we know where she will be, right?
Perfect. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, so Ambi wanted me to go to this like old man's party we were talking about yesterday, and no offense on the old part, really. I can't think anything more tedious and torturous than being stuck on a boat where the guy's whole deal is that he killed a fish. So, reaches into a pack. Here. And hands you an invite. Function aboard afloat the Torn Chain. Enjoy a celebration with Francis Turner himself. Slayer of the Red Maw and savior of the fishermen.
Agati happily takes the invite and says, fortunately, I cannot be bored.
No way.
He
What do
just
you-
nods.
What if you were staring like at a paint that was drying on a wall?
I think an expression comes over his face, kind of like, oh, wow. Like if somebody described a great meal or something like that. He's like, that would interest me. How fast is it drying? What color is the paint?
Oh my god.
How long will it take? I think he starts looking around, like, is there anything painted in here that...
There's a few objects here that have like old paint that's currently chipping away, but she she immediately puts like fingers upon her temple and she goes, I'm going to kill 3 birds with one stone. You're going to make use of the invite, you're going to see my sis, and you can stop bothering me.
I think not. We have a deal.
But hey, thanks again for yesterday. I went through Ambrosia's things and I couldn't find anything about owing money or whatever. So yeah, if you don't forget, just ask what the fuck is up with that guy.
Do we have any idea of a group or a person I should be asking? Otherwise, I'm happy to ask every single person at the party.
Do that. Yeah, that'll go great.
All right. Well, we'll get to the bottom of it eventually.
Great. And you start to scour the rest of the seaside for any type of paint.
Yeah, paint, and I think it's as he's walking, he's using the spell, the cantrip shape water, and like puddles he steps in turn like purple as he steps in them. Water like dripping from spouts turns into shapes of like goblets pouring water, and it all like evaporates as he passes. But he's in the zone, the Salal zones. The stuff is just changing all around him.
You're right in your element as you're changing all of this. It's hard to remember last night's events, but what you do remember is the heavy jingle of coin in your pocket, warm, delicious meals in your belly, sweet, smooth drink on your tongue, and the comfort of paid company, maybe. It's sometimes not hard. It's sometimes hard to not indulge in these very stereotypical pirate desires from time to time, especially considering your upbringing. But the sweet memory of last night is rudely snapped away as you are now standing in front of the dockmaster's office, waiting for her to open her door. The sound of coughing and sneezing from Lucas, a half-elven man who was on the rose meter as well. You are sitting across from him, both of you waiting for the dockmaster to open her office. A man just with a large brimmed hat walks into one of the antiquity shops by you, sort of just give a quick glance, but it's immediately snapped back to Lucas as he...
My friend, you might want to get that looked at.
You are also down to 15 gold pieces.
Perfect.
Euro. Man, go home.
Pardon?
Go home. I'm gonna get the work. We don't need you. It's fine. She's gonna give it to me.
Don't worry, when you drop dead from the work, it'll go to me next.
That guy's some slack. I can't even smell, for God's sakes.
I know, I'm telling you, you should see a doctor before you start looking for work.
The door opens, and standing at the door, as it swings open, is Rachel Amara, the dockmaster. Good evening, boys.
Mara.
Amara, very, very dark toned skin, very sort of light brown eyes that sort of give off almost like this contrast of color. Everything braided and pulled back, wearing very fine sailor outfit and uniform with a bunch of like decorations showing that she is the dockmaster here. Eager, are we? Listen, I was here first, and I need the best paying job you got.
Shall I go in first then?
I have seats for both of you, gentlemen. Come on in.
Joy.
You both sit down. What's going on with you? Looks over to Lucas. Nothing. I'm fine.
It might be contagious.
I'm thinking that. Looks over to you, Eero. Let's see. If you two need immediate jobs, I have the following. Pulls out a few documents. Cleaning the sailor hostel. And we have some light guard work aboard the Torn Chain. Lucas immediately goes, I call the guard job.
Man.
I call the guard job. It's mine.
Guard your own mouth, for God's sake.
You hero.
What is the Torn Chain? If I might ask.
It's a ship. It's owned by one of the local heroes here, man Francis Tanner. Owns a few businesses up here.
Am I familiar with Tanner?
I think you would have heard stories immediately knowing that he is the slayer of a sea beast. And, yeah, I think especially being a sailor yourself, you would have heard these stories immediately.
Okay.
You know that he's man of coin.
Right. He needs a guard?
Yes, he needs a guard. And looks over to Lucas, who sneezes once again, and this time in like his shirt, and like pulls away and you just see a string, and he's like, Lucas, darling, the buckets and mop are outside. Go grab them and leave before we come down with whatever you have. I kind of agree with Eero here. You may be contagious. Oh, you know what? Go home. Get some soup. This sucks. Here, you want the job?
If you please.
Wonderful. Job pays 20 gold pieces. And let's see. You'll only be out in sea for about 4 hours. It's kind of a cushy job. Stand around, run when called. You know the sort of job. You'll be around, obviously, the local hero, Francis, and whatever few white-collar blokes he calls friends, so. Here. Hands you a document, and it is a legal document for contract work for one Francis Tanner. Head over to the South District. There should be some sort of legal office close to where the shopping center is. Give him this work order and prepare for the job. Understand?
Understood.
Great. And Lucas, please, outside now. And you see sneezing half-elven Lucas grabs the bucket, mop, and begrudgingly leaves.
Good luck with that, Lucas.
Tell me how the job went.
Sure.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think you've covered everything for me. Miss Amara, yes?
What was that last thing you said?
Miss Amara, yes?
Yeah, Amara. Absolutely. And you leave the dockmaster, her office, and are led up to the South District. Large towers for building, and large towers and buildings for both governmental affairs, guild heads and actions. Heads and actions take place here, as well as the local church sector. However, close to the docks in South District where they meet is a small outdoor shopping center, and tucked away in the corner is a small legal office called Haynes Law Office. You knock on the door and wait for a very long time. But you can hear movement. Finally, the door opens. Wild mane of hair opens the door. Disheveled shirt not buttoned properly. A tie that's not fully tied up. Is this man? He looks over and goes, "Hi, yeah, hi. How's it going? 1 second." And looks back into the shop and the office starts to talk to someone. And then opens the door, and a half-orc man with tiefling features walks by. He looks over to the guy. "Hey, remember, stay out of trouble. All right? Sorry about that. Please, come in. What can I do for you?"
Contract work.
"Oh, great. Good old Rachel. Okay. Let me see the document."
Hand it over.
Looks it over, pulls out a few things. Drawers. Okay. Sign here, initial here, and when you're done, it's 10 gold up front, 10 gold upon completion. There's also a clause for an additional 5 gold if you provide excellent service and friendly assistance to the party guests. That definition of excellence is dependent on the captain of the ship. If you agree to that, you can go ahead and initial here as well for the bonus.
Why not?
Right. Where did I...
Everything all right?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's around here somewhere. And he starts to go through a couple of papers. Jacket. It's my jacket. And rushes over to a jacket that's hanging and pulls out a little piece of paper and hands you an invite. A function of afloat the torn chain, enjoy a celebration of Francis Turner himself, slayer of the Red Maw and savior of the fishermen. But this one has a stamp on it that reads staff.
Perfect.
Any other? You good?
Just a folktale question for you. I've not really been around here often. What's this Red Maw?
Oh, it's like a sea beast. It's got a red skull. It's a blue fish. I'm not a big sailor person. I couldn't tell you. But quick question: how are you doing legally? Do you need maybe anyone to represent you?
No.
You could always put me on retainer if anything happens. I'm right there by your side.
I don't plan to get into any legal scuffles.
Sometimes trouble finds you. You know, there's always that option. So here's my card. If I have my, hold on, pulls out a napkin and starts to write on it.
Card.
There you go, my card.
Sure. I'll just fold that up and put it in my pocket. Thanks.
We pull away, and the smell of stale air and cigarettes is almost palpable. The couch that you sleep on leaves you with sores, and it's too small for your form, and the dust collected on the curtains is starting to make your eyes itch. Normally, it's a fight to fall asleep here within the tiny lounge of the Haynes Law Office, but yesterday was so mentally stressful that you fell asleep right away. Normally, you're up early to help out Joshua, but this time, sleep's grasp is on you tightly. And the sound of heavy knocks can be heard on the door as you are then awoken. A customer! You need to get Josh up right away.
I immediately get up, put on clothes, and just go knock on Josh's door. Like, wake up!
And who do we see for remorse?
So, Moors is a half-orc tiefling. About 44 years of age, surprisingly muscular, very athletic for his height and his age. He's got some really prominent half-orc features and also some prominent tiefling features. He's wearing commoner's clothing, so he doesn't look beyond his body. He doesn't look out of the ordinary. But you do get the sense just from seeing whatever muscle he has exposed that he's definitely accustomed to doing some manual labor. The one other prominent thing about him is he's got some very, very loud red skin. I'm talking like this is a visitor of the Nine Hells that was given VIP treatment.
That's really cool. You knock on the door to wake up Joshua, and you hear from the other side, "No, 5 more minutes."
You have a customer at the door. Get up.
Okay. He's gonna spring up. Shit. Okay. Clean up the lounge. I'll get dressed. And starts to
Clean clothes.
I will. Yeah, I'll grab what I can.
And button your shirt properly.
Starts to start it and is like putting a pant leg through one of the pants and is like, okay. It doesn't take long until Haynes stops at the door, takes a breath and opens the door, leans in and is starting to talk to someone. Closes slowly the door, looks over to you, Morris, and goes, "Morris, looks like we got a work order. Simple, but it can come with some questions. So here," he tosses you a little bag of 5 gold. He goes, "Get some breakfast. Keep your head down. We don't want to give any of the guards the excuse to give you another trip back behind bars."
Understood.
He opens the door up for you to leave as you pass by a drow sailor. And he looks back over and goes, "Hey, and remember, stay out of trouble." There's probably one place that you're familiar with in terms of where to get some food that's pretty cheap and won't, cost an arm and a leg, and it's actually pretty good. You would have to head out of the South District into the docks area where the Red Maw is. You start to head in that general direction, and roll me a perception check.
Okay, that is going to be 17.
17. You hear smallish footsteps at a rapid pace heading in your direction. And you see the same young adolescent child, about 11 years in age, run towards you, stops as he gets close, and goes, "Hey, did you go to jail?"
Are you staying out of trouble?
I mean, I wasn't even... Baby, I wasn't even supposed to be in jail. I mean, whatever. Shut up.
Are you?
You don't know me. I didn't ask. Listen, I don't owe you anything now, right? Because I don't have any money.
You never owed me anything, but do me a favor. Stay out of trouble. Especially with the city guard. Just remember, you got a taste.
Okay. I'm a Mark. What's your name?
I'm Moore's Mark. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I don't know. I just kind of want to know what like Jill was like, and why you were helping me.
You don't want to know what it's like. That's the last thing you want to know.
Okay. Thanks, Mister. Thanks, Morris.
Stay out of trouble.
And he turns and starts to walk away. You feel for that moment as he turns, something patted your side, and as you look into your coin purse, you have an extra gold piece.
I feel terribly about that. I didn't want anything from him. I was, not doing it for money. I try to look around for him and see if I can spot him anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you can see him. He's just cresting an alleyway, trying to get out of sight.
Okay, and I try to make a quick dash to him, see if I can catch up with him.
I think easily enough. You're like a train. You're able to catch them quickly.
I take the gold piece that's extra in my purse, and then I pat him in the back, like, wait, I forgot to tell you something.
What?
We didn't shake on it. Remember the favor. You have to stay out of trouble, but you have to shake my hand to make sure you're actually going to do it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I shake his hand. And then as he pulls his hand away, he notices that there's a gold piece in it. And I walk away.
There's no response. He's just almost this silence, almost unsure how to take it, but you get a sense of gratitude from your own sort of being of like, I did this. This is the right thing to do. You head towards the docks area. The sun now sitting around 11 o'clock or so. You need some sort of cleaning, as well as your leather and armor reek of smoke, and some food wouldn't hurt as well. You enter into the Red Maw. Customers starting to enter and exit. As you're able to reach for the door, a woman walks right past you with a quickened step. The first time you've seen her actual fire hair, ash gray skin, a fire genasi heads out into town. Catch that, but your eyes go back to the Red Maw where you hear Risa yell at you. Hey, Morris! Close the door. You're letting out the draft.
I close the door as I think, is that safe? That fire hair, was that safe? Huh, questions for later. And I close the door.
Get your lumbering ass over here.
Yes.
You still sleeping at Haynes's office?
Yeah. What about it?
Come on. If you want to get a good score, any of the ladies upstairs wouldn't mind sharing their bed with you.
I assume they're not going to do so out of the kindness of their hearts.
It comes with a little fee, but you get a nice bed.
You going to pay said fee?
No.
Then why are we wasting our time here?
So, what's on the docket for today? You hungry, thirsty?
I'm looking for some food. I could definitely go for something.
All right. More manual labor? What are you doing today?
Well, we'll see what we can get into today. Maybe there's a job my way. Who knows? Maybe it's something that's not lifting furniture for rich, snooty people.
Ooh. All right. Good to hear. Well, that's very interesting. They no longer working moving furniture or working in the vineyards?
Well, I won't say all that. Gold is gold. You need to come across it some other way. Otherwise, how are we going to survive? If I ever want to leave Joshua's office, I'm going to need gold.
Well, come on, don't let me hanging. What are you doing today? What's on the docket? I'm always curious about what my favorite customers are doing.
Well, I told you I'm here for food.
All right, keep your secrets. And she goes in the back, starts to hand you food and drink. By the way, you smell like ass. You might want to get it cleaned up. Do you want me to handle that? I can have a few of the ladies here take some of your armor and get it cleaned up for you.
And how much is that going to run me?
2 gold. Come on. It's not that bad.
I reach into my coin purse and I look and I see the jingle of 6 coins.
Tell you what. I'll run you a bath, and I'll even throw in a free drink.
No, it's really hard to say no to that.
I bet.
Stop tempting me. I pull out 2 gold coins.
All right. Ladies, let's go ahead and get this cleaned up and have a nice warm bath run for our good large friend here. Our vision pulls back as these 5 souls and 5 individuals from different backgrounds, different ways of life start to slowly come together near the end of the night, but we will find out what happens then in the next session. Thank you so much for joining us for this first session for Trials of VinTear. I know we got session 0 and 1 out at the same time, but heck, session 2 is right around the corner, so we'll see you then. And I guess may your rolls ever be natural.
I just hope you don't die.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.